And we're live, PFN Sanity. So we're here tonight. We have a great event here with Willie Sears and Daryl LaShawn Hatchett. We're talking about BYB. They have an event coming up this Saturday, May 15th in Florida at the fairgrounds for Backyard Brawl 5. Willie, how you doing? Daryl, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. So
Nice to be here again.
yeah, thanks for coming on. Willie's new to this. Matt's in the back room. What's up, Matt?
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Good, good. So we're just talking here about Willie Sears. He's got a fight coming up. He started training amateur as a Valley Tudo. So let's talk about what Valley Tudo is.
I mean, just pretty much no holds bar, anything goes. I mean, just
so like original UFC rules.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was like the old UFC days or whatnot. Maybe a little worse. I mean, no gloves. I mean, just no rules.
Yeah, and the weight classes really are the same or different?
Yeah, I assume the weight class is probably the same, but I don't really know. Like I said, I've never competed in it. That's just what my first coach ever had, that's what he trained us in and stuff like that and trained me in. So I'm not sure about the weight classes and stuff.
Yeah. And then
how long ago was that? What year was that?
I started training in 2006.
Okay.
And then you had a 21-6 amateur MMA career.
Yep.
And how'd you get into Bear Knuckle?
Well, I mean, I thought I was actually kind of done fighting for a while because I didn't fight for like 2 years or compete for 2 years. And then I let a bunch of people talk me into doing one more MMA fight. And I told them if I was, it's going to be pro. So then back in January, I just turned pro, went and did my first pro fight. And then Bear Knuckle I don't know, I've been watching on TV and I was like, I really want to try one before I completely hang everything up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And training with my coach, Craig, and stuff like that. He said something to Daryl, introduced me to Daryl kind of, and then I messaged Daryl about it and stuff, and he got a hold of me about asking if I wanted to do this one. So.
Hey, sounds good. So, when people compete Bare Knuckle, they get popped in the face, they little blood, and they start fighting back. It's an exciting sport. You're in for a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, they're fighting Saturday night in Florida for BYB 5.
Exactly.
That's
at
right.
At the fairgrounds. So if you don't have your tickets, go to BYB Extreme and go buy your tickets. Do it now. Okay. There's my dog in the back. So Willie, do you know anything about your opponent?
I mean, I watched a little video on him, but
I know
much. Yeah, I don't know much. I mean, I think he's 3-0 maybe at Bare Knuckle. I don't know if all of his been for BYB or not or something, but I mean,
he has one BYB fight. He got to win.
Yeah. Well, you're on a good team here with Daryl. Daryl, how'd you two meet?
Bobby Brent. Bobby Brent introduced me to I believe I met Carl first. And Carl told me about Willie. But it all started with Bobby.
Yeah. We have two more.
Record. I'm like, okay, this guy must be badass, so I'm gonna give him a try.
We have two more guys in the back. Let me bring on Mr. Baptist. What's up?
Hey, there he is.
What's up, John?
Hey, what's good?
Good. What's going on?
What's good, man? I just left the gym. I'm driving. I'm kind of leaving the gym right now, trying to get these last couple of days in.
Yeah. So I was going to introduce you before you came on, but I figured you'd come on. This is John Birdsong from Detroit, Michigan. 10-0 as an amateur fighter, MMA, and loves fighting Bare Knuckle. Fighting this Saturday.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm 35.
You ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm excited. I just got a good feeling about this one because no takedowns. You know, my last 2 fights, they've been taking me down a lot. I guess they've been watching my stand-up, so I got a good feeling about this right here. I'm real hyped for this.
All right.
Nice, nice. So when are you all coming to town?
Oh, I'm coming.
My plane leave on the 13th.
Yeah,
What's up, Mike?
Thursday.
Yeah, I leave on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming down here Thursday, the event Saturday.
Yeah.
And so Willie, what do you see as the biggest challenge fighting in this Trigon? I'm sure you've seen the ring. I'm sure you're very familiar with that. It's a little bit bigger than a phone booth, I would say. But what do you think about fighting in that Trigon?
It'll be different. I mean, but I've been practicing with it too. Like at my boxing gym, we've been putting a rope from corner to corner and cutting the ring off, and so I've been doing a lot of sparring and practicing just a triangle just for this. So I think I should be ready.
And practicing fighting out of the corner.
Yeah, that's the tricky part is getting stuck in them corners.
And we have Matt. We have one more backstage. Let me introduce him. We have Ryan Michael Angelo.
What's going on, Michael Angelo?
Good day, mate.
Good day. So is it true you're the only fighter in history to land a flying no-touch kick?
No, so I'm the only fighter in history to land a no-touch flying triangle.
Yes. Explain to us what that is.
Flying triangles are not necessarily common in the sport, but they do happen, and they're usually made by contact, either by an overhook or a wrist or a wrist lock. I've actually landed the move without actually making contact with the opponent, which is extremely difficult. And if this rings a bell to you, you've probably seen Brian Ortega of the UFC do it a lot, but he does it in training montages where he'll triangle a man, flying triangle, without actually making contact. And I actually was fortunate to land it on this little geek I fought from Cuba when I was in Rise of the Warrior.
Oh, that's great.
No offense to my mates from Cuba, I'm Latin myself.
Yeah, so you got a bunch of accolades from that Rise.
So many I can't count.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to Bear Knuckle?
I am. Obviously, by my physical appearance and my sound, I'm Australian, Irish, and English, and there's heavy roots in those cultures with Bear Knuckle. I want to say that maybe they were the cultures that made them famous. I mean, I reckon Africa was probably the first time Bear Knuckle was something that was legitimized, but it was, made very popular in Ireland and England and in Scotland and somewhat in Australia as well. So, yes, it's going to be something that's enjoyable for me, being connected to these cultures,
Yeah.
And what's your background, Ryan?
I was very fortunate to, like Ronda Rousey, grow up in a martial arts family. This is something you're not going to believe, but one day maybe I'll cross paths here, show you the pictures. My grandfather was Eleanor Roosevelt's bodyguard in FDR's detail.
Wow.
And he thank you. He taught judo and jiu-jitsu in Japan, and my mother and her sisters were presenters about a half century ago. Actually more than a half century ago. And it's just something I grew up in. My mother grew up in Japan, so and I grew up in Australia and America, and my grandfather's from Italy, but he was born on U.S. soil because he was here for a few minutes when he was young, literally. And that's how I began in the martial arts, through my grandfather and mother.
Nice. Doesn't Steven Seagal always say that he's the only white guy to ever achieve martial arts in Japan?
I'm not familiar with him, mate. Sorry.
You're not familiar with Steven Seagal?
Oh, Steven Seagal. Yeah. So I think he was one of the. Most people don't know this about Steven Seagal. He's actually Mongolian, so he is Asian. But if you're not Japanese, you're nothing, right? So yeah, he was one of the first non-Japanese teaching. But that's not necessarily true because my grandfather was as well.
Right. That's a cool piece of trivia right there.
Yeah. Now he's probably the best, right? As much flack as that nerd gets, and he is a nerd, and I would slap him in his mouth if I ever crossed paths with him. He is a legitimate Aikido practitioner, and I've had men who are nowhere near as good as him lock me up in Aikido locks, and I felt like my arm was going to explode. So he's a legitimate martial artist regarding what he does. So he definitely deserves, as far as his practice, that accolade of teaching in Japan. But I'll still smack him in his mouth if I ever cross paths with him. Side note.
Hey, what's up,
Well,
Kobe?
he's like 60 something years old now, right?
Yeah, he's a pretty big man. Yeah. He's Mongolian.
You're gonna have to fight with the art people, you know, the retired.
Yeah, he's Mongolian. He's a large man. He's like 6'5", 300 pounds. But I'll still slap him.
Yeah.
And then we have Kobe, the Boa Bowen down here, right down there. What's up, Kobe?
Yeah, I'm good. Who are you?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. So you got why am I echoing? You got a fight time.
While you're figuring that out, Management of Champions is going to run a clean sweep.
All right.
What up,
well,
boy?
let's see it. Let's see it. Matt, it's not me, is it?
All right. Yeah, we got a little too much echoing. If the people that aren't speaking can mute their mics, maybe that'll help.
All right. So we're talking to Kobe now. What's up? What do you know about your opponent coming this Saturday?
Man, listen. I had interactions with him the last card. We had pretty cool interactions, and then it kind of escalated over social media. And he acted like a bit immature about the situation because we're all here to fight. He took it out of content. So now I have the best job in the world. He has something to say, and I have something to say. We get to go scrap May 15th, and I get to get a highlight KO added to my,
Yeah, let's go.
So we have an Australian fighter and an Englishman, and we're going to definitely take over.
It's like the United Nations here.
Yeah, you're British, yeah, mate.
No, I'm from Barbados.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Sorry,
mate.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely. I've seen him fight. His name is Robert Fuller. I've seen him compete the same night as me. I've watched his videos, and it's not anything really to be fearful of. He's a scrapper, and he's going to come forward. He likes to bully people in the ring. He's not going to be able to do that with me. He's a hobbit, and I don't really have to. I do respect him in all regards as a person, as a fighter, but I'm not going to lose to a hobbit. The last time, the last fight was a bit controversial with the stoppage, but that man quit. So, I will finish Robert on.
Where's this hobbit from?
Pardon me?
Where's this hobbit from?
It's America.
Oh, fuck, he's American? You're going to fucking run this guy over, mate. No offense to my fellow Americans.
Nah, yeah, there's no good fighters in America, right?
Yeah, there's none. I'm just kidding, mate.
That was a good one. So, Kobe, excited to be back in the Trigon, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. But at the same time, there's a new challenge, which is making 140 pounds. So that is a very big challenge. I'm looking forward to doing that more than anything else. You know, not to put any shame to Rob or anything, but I always like new challenges. And the stylistic matchup, it's not anything, you know, like, you know, scary or impressive. He does not bring anything to the table that makes me, you know, quiver in my boots or think twice about it. So, you know, I'm looking forward to being professional, making weight, competing, and then after all of that, if he so chooses, we can grab a drink and, you know, eat and talk about it after all the warfare is over.
Good stuff, bud. I don't know if the other guys went. Looks like they're having a little bit of audio issues here, but I heard you fine. Good hear.
I heard. I'm clear on my end too, mate.
Yeah, sounded good. You know, Kobe, tell me, how is it working with Dada 5000? What kind of relationship you guys have?
It's nothing really in depth. We spoke a few times. Last time I spoke to him it was in the octagon, but the trigon. But before that, you know, I saw him in the hallway, and I told him, listen, you know, get some extra money ready. You know, I'm gonna bring this W, and he laughed. And he was very happy with the performance in the characteristics I had and I brought to BYB. So we do not have, you know, the most in-depth relationship now, but you know, I could see us in the future, you know, talking some deep business.
Right.
Mike, Mr. Feinberg, have you had any detail about my matchup?
No, I don't have any information about that.
Okay.
Up to this
so point, I've been given an opponent on 3 days' notice. My original opponent, he was injured.
Okay. 3 days notice.
Yeah, he took the match on 3 days' notice. So, you know, I commend this individual who has taken this match, but I'm going to spark him proper, mate.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, this guy's going to have no clue what's going on in that octagon. First of all, I'm almost 6'3", so that's going to be a big problem regarding dimension. This guy's like 5'10". I'm almost as tall as Stipe Miocic. So I'm going to spark him proper.
Can you stand? Could you stand? Let me see. Could you stand?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure you're going to be able to really get I mean, you'll have to wait to see me in person. You know what I mean? I don't think you're not going to. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see me. And this is a small box, mate.
Yeah. What weight do you fight at?
MMA 55 and 45.
Really? You
Yeah.
You make 145.
Yeah. Don't ask me how.
145 at 6'2".
I made 45. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm on the rabbit diet on that one, mate.
Yeah. How long is your reach?
74.
Did you ever just try straight boxing?
Yeah, I boxed I've boxed for a large network called Telemundo.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I fought it. That particular case, I fought on 2 weeks' notice, an undefeated Olympian. Maybe should have had a better decisionary process on that. I ended up losing.
Well, an undefeated Olympian, that's tough competition right there.
Yeah, it was a tall order, but it's in my nature not to turn things down. You know what I mean? There's so many people across this planet, Russia, Africa, China, Mexico, where they would just like give anything to have that opportunity, and I'm not going to disregard them or dishonor them. You know?
Oh, absolutely. Where was that fight? That was on Telemundo.
Can you repeat that?
Where was that fight? Where did it take place? The one that was on
it was televised on Telemundo, but they ran it. The actual shooting location was in Orlando.
Right, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what a flying triangle is?
So a flying triangle, typical flying triangle, it's usually in a scenario where your lead leg is to their lead leg, similar in boxing when it's toe-to-toe, lead to lead leg. And if you have an overhook or an underhook, and then you grab their wrist, right? Called a wrist tie or okay. So you can have a collar tie, an overhook, underhook, and then a wrist tie. And then you jump the triangle and then bring them down and submit them. And then as far as what I did, the no touch flying triangle, being I'm the only one maybe some kid might show some footage that I've never seen, but as of right now, I'm the only one, and Daniel Donaldson, who owns the Rise of a Warrior, he can confirm this, that I'm the only one who's ever done this.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, I still to this day, I've had many lightning in a bottle moments. I've been gifted many lightning in a bottle moments. You know what I mean? Nothing I've ever done is on my own. My spiritual beliefs lead me to believe so, but I've been gifted with many lightning in a bottle moments, and that was definitely one of them.
Yeah. So what are you planning to bring to Bear Knuckle?
In short, I'm just going to cause problems. That's it. I'm going to cause problems for everyone involved. Their tribe, the fighter, their friends who pretend to be their friends, their family who pretends to be their family, anybody involved. And that's it.
Well, we look forward to
specifically,
it. Specifically,
what'd you say, mate?
I said we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to Saturday night, man.
Specifically, what I mean by that is that because of my physical appearance, I'm always disregarded, and the most of my opponents think I'm a pencil pusher, right? And then I run them over, and then they're speaking another language. So I'm going to cause them problems. I mean, mentally, spiritually, physically, because of the disregard they're going to hold for me. And this opponent will, as they all do. And then I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to spark them proper and drag them over the coals for 5 straight rounds.
Nice.
And how'd you get that nickname, Michelangelo?
Well, that's my, so Chael Sonnen is very well known for saying when your name is Chael P. Sonnen, you don't need one, right? So I don't have a moniker. That's my real name, Ryan Michelangelo Favale.
Oh, that's your real middle name.
Yeah, that's my real name. Yeah, so I don't have a moniker because when your name's Ryan Michelangelo Favale, you don't need one.
Gotcha. I got you.
So that's why I don't use that's why I don't use a moniker. I mean, and I agree with Chael Sonnen. When your name's Chael P. Sonnen, I reckon you don't need one either. And I kind of follow suit with that. I just don't see any reason to create some generic form of moniker that is going to have a bunch of people call me a dork because it sounds completely idiotic, which most monikers are. No offense to the ones who have good ones, but like Michael the Count Bisbing fucking sounds like a cereal.
Yeah, that's the Count is.
Yeah, it sounds like a cereal, and I have no interest in sounding like a cereal. I mean, this is serious business, mate.
Completely understand. And Willie, do you have a moniker? What's your nickname?
No, I don't have one.
Do you want one?
It don't really matter to me. I mean,
smart man.
Okay.
Real names, no gimmicks.
All right, Mike. Do you have any questions for these gentlemen?
Yeah, I was talking to Kobe, and it looks like he dropped off here. But we'll move on from that. Daryl, you got a whole other stable of fighters coming in, huh?
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, did you see the last BKFC? The Couture and Chris Sauer fight?
Who fought?
Azatullah Couture and Chris Sauer when he upset at Chris Sauer. Yeah, that was a start. I thought maybe you guys seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a lot of Bear Knuckle guys. Real talented. And I'd like to thank BYB for giving us the opportunity to showcase our talent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I second that motion. BYB, the best bare knuckle league in the world. May 15th, Miami, Florida, Saturday.
Yeah. When you coming to town, Ryan?
I will be there early Friday. I have rented a Tesla, so I'll be there very quickly because they're very fast cars.
You got to fly from.
He's in Florida.
No, I'm in the state, mate. I live 3.5 hours away, so I'm driving down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
What'd you say, mate?
Where do you live?
The Cocoa Beach area, where the space program is.
Okay, good, good.
So there's no complications for me. I'll be there early Friday.
Matt, you're muted.
Are they having weigh-ins or a press conference?
Oh yeah. You know the weigh-ins the day before on the 14th,
Right.
and they always do a press conference.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll send some people down to the weigh-ins to get some interviews before the fight, and we won't have these audio issues.
I've been clear on my end. I haven't had any
you sound
feedback.
Yeah.
So, you know.
What's your secret there?
So I'm not, mate, I couldn't solder 2 wires together, so.
You're looking muscular there, John.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
What are you doing, John? You going to take a shower? Did you forget you were on the call, or what's going on here?
No, I was just coming from the gym, so my gi was all sweaty. I haven't taken a shower or nothing yet.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah,
Well,
I just didn't want, I wanted to make it to the interview, but I kind of forgot I was at class.
You got anything you want to say to your opponent about Saturday?
I just hope he's ready to get smacked around, and this is what I do, man. So he better be ready, man.
I hope my opponent isn't ready, so it's an easy win. And I can go have tea with my mates after the match.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Where are you
good,
gonna
too.
go? Where are you gonna go in Miami? You familiar with the area or what?
Man, I don't want to tell you why I'm familiar with the area because you guys are going to laugh at me, but I do know the area. So that's all. I'll leave it at that.
Well, we're pretty close to Miami, so we don't.
I used to work on Lincoln down in South Beach, so that's how I know the area.
Yeah. Well, Lincoln, but yeah, it's a famous street there. A lot of good restaurants.
I used to work for an agency down there.
Okay. What kind of agency?
Modeling agency.
What else is there in Miami? There you go. Nice.
I was a contracted model for Wilhelmina at one point.
That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the largest in the world. Yeah, I was very fortunate.
Yeah. So
that was interesting.
One way
to
BYB.
Yeah, a long way. Yeah, I was on the board with Jessica Simpson at one point, so that was interesting. Yeah, and it's definitely a long way from that.
Nice.
Now I give what?
So what made that transition for you?
I wanted nothing to do with it. I had him rip up my contract after a few weeks.
And now you get to punch people in the face.
That and also get punched in the face.
It's a two-way street.
You know the height of your new opponent?
I believe what Daryl, what do you believe? 5'10", 5'9"?
Yeah.
His last night, he looked pretty short.
Either way, he's going to look short because he's going to be standing next to me. So relativity will be at play.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, we look forward to fireworks then.
Oh yeah, I predict another BYB takeover. All of us. 100%.
Yeah, management of champions are probably going to run a clean sweep on this one.
Well, you know what Dada says. He doesn't want to leave anything to the judges. He wants to see all knockouts, you know?
Yeah.
Always deliver.
Yeah, and that's why he keeps having your guys on, Daryl.
So
all the pressure's on you, Daryl. It's not these guys. All the pressure's on Daryl to produce these knockouts.
Oh, side note, I also have the fastest snap kick knockout in the history of the sport as well. So we may bring that into the BYB as well.
Nice. Where'd you do that?
That I actually, I was again gifted with that. My first amateur fight in Rise of a Warrior. I unfortunately, because I don't like to hurt people in this manner, but it was 6 seconds. I landed a snap kick, a knockout on an opponent of mine. My first match ever in combat, at least MMA, in 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's
So,
gotta
Ryan-
be a good feeling.
Ryan, what kind of background do you have in fighting?
What do you say? What
disciplines?
What discipline do I favor, or where did I begin?
Yeah, what have you studied?
Freestyle American wrestling, Aikido, Jiu-Jitsu, Karate, Taekwondo, boxing, Muay Thai, and Judo.
And which is your favorite?
The path to least resistance, basically, which I believe to be Jiu-Jitsu and Aikido. So Jiu-Jitsu, I would say, is my favorite. You guys probably already know this, but Jiu-Jitsu is translated as the gentle way. And in my opinion, the art in martial art is to subdue an opponent without hurting them or yourself. And then also protecting your family in that manner, right? Because if you're protecting your family, you need to also walk away in a safe manner, right? Not go to the hospital. And I believe Jiu-Jitsu is one of the most effective ways to do that, because even if you're a world-class striker, you have the potential to break your hands and bones. And I want to stay out of the hospital, and I want to go home. And I believe Jiu-Jitsu is a good way to do that. So that's my favorite.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. You guys want to give shout outs to anyone, any sponsors? Let's start with Willie.
Team Reaper, they're one of my main sponsors. Daryl, Cass County Boxing Club, Presidential Fitness, all my gyms.
Okay. What about the fight? You're going to dedicate the fight to anyone, or?
No.
All right, Willie. We wish you luck. We'll talk to you after the show.
All right. See you.
Or maybe
All
before,
right.
maybe at the weigh-ins.
All right.
Okay. Good luck.
John.
Yeah, I want to shout out House of Champions, Iron Fist Clan, and everybody in Detroit on the east side who's standing with me. And I want to dedicate this fight to my kids. My house just burned down in the last couple weeks ago, so I'm actually rebuilding right now. So.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, man, it's a tragedy, man. Somebody burned my shit. Yep, they threw a cocktail in my shit.
Wow, you're kidding.
Well, take that pain and bring it to the ring.
You already know. That's all I can do.
Yeah, man.
That's it. I'm just trying to stay out of jail. But y'all know I'm going to be entertaining. I'm going to give y'all a good fight.
All right, John. Good luck to you.
All right, now.
All right, go get some.
Okay, talk to you later, John. Okay, and Steve, you're the only one on the screen.
Leo.
And then there was 4.
Yeah, what happened to Leo? Where's he at?
Leo got disconnected.
Yeah, he was on. He told me.
Okay. So, Ryan, you got any sponsors? Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Just Daryl, LaShawn Hatchett, and Management of Champions, and that's it.
So Ryan, I'm sorry that I didn't go over my accolades for you. So, can I start over?
Sure. Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, so when I wasn't aware that was a segment we were going to be entering into. But yeah, no, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So I was going to introduce you like this. So we have here Ryan Michelangelo, and if I'm saying
Wow,
this right,
you pronounced it correctly. You're the first one.
Favale.
Very close on the last one, but you're the first person to
Favale.
say it. Everybody says in America Michelangelo, but it's as you said, it's Michelangelo. So
Michelangelo.
yeah,
Yes.
Michelangelo.
And the last name is Favale.
Favale, yeah.
Favale.
Favale.
Okay, most decorated fighter in Rise of a Warrior history. Most viewed fighter in Rise history. Fastest head kick KO in Rise history. Fastest KO. Only fighter with a trifecta in Rise history.
Yes.
Also winning KO of the night.
Yes.
Fight of the night.
Yes.
Submission of the night.
Yeah, I'm the only fighter to do so, yes.
And that would be the trifecta.
That would be the trifecta, yeah.
Most popular fight awards in Rise history.
Yes.
Only flying triangle, which we just mentioned before.
No touch. Only no touch. I think I'm the only flying triangle and definitely the only no touch.
Flying no touch.
Yeah.
In history.
Yeah.
Fastest snap kick knockout.
Yeah.
In MMA history.
And Rise history as well, yeah.
Yeah. So you got a lot of accolades. That's why I'm excited to see you fight in BYB.
Thank you. By the way, Daniel Donaldson, the owner of Rise of a Warrior, can confirm all this, just so it's not something I'm just making up. But this all can be confirmed by the owner of the league.
Hey, I believe you.
Thank you. Well, I mean, like as far as the metrics are concerned, you can see that as far as being the most viewed. I was like the most viewed fighter, like 5 shows running, and all those metrics are logged on YouTube. So that would be substantial enough just to follow lead with everything else and suit with what I said. But again, he would substantiate it, yes. And again, I was gifted with all those things. And never dreamed that I would ever amount to that, but it just happened, you know.
Yeah. So what do you think about heavyweights in boxing?
As far as the dimensions they are physically, their size, their
division.
Ability. Oh, the division, just in general, it seems, and correct me if I'm wrong, that there's been this like resurgence that's almost remnant of the early 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, and in the 80s, right? And obviously, you know, it was prevalent in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. But like I would say that most people would say that the height was in the 80s and early 90s, and as of right now, it seems to be it's kind of following suit. And there's been a resurgence in the heavyweight division, and people are talking about it again the way they did in those days.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the common theme for the past decade was like, boxing's done. Mixed martial arts is the fastest growing in the world, most talked about. I don't have any data on that, but I can tell you, everywhere I go, it's MMA this, UFC that, MMA. The more people are talking about the UFC and MMA than football. When I say football, soccer, and American football and basketball, and they're talking about those things. But MMA and the UFC is just it's all I hear. Even from people like when I own a transport company. I'm partners with the Four Seasons in the past, and there was like some of my clients who are from Africa. Where we're talking about the Habib fight with the Irish kid, the little Irish kid. It's just unbelievable. So
the little Irish kid.
But so at one point it was like, oh, this is it. It's over for boxing and the heavyweight division specifically, right? The lighter weights were still getting juice, but but now it's back, specifically with the Gypsy, that little English dork, Ruiz, Joshua, the African, the Bronze Bomber, and many others. But yeah, it's great, and that's I suppose that's my last word is regarding my opinion. Seems there's been this huge resurgence, and I think it's great.
Yeah, and would you like to box also?
I have boxed in the past. Well, I've boxed for a major network. You've heard of Telemundo, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not quite sure how well known Telemundo is in this country, but it's a worldwide network, and I have boxed on that network. Yeah.
Yeah, one of our sportscasters is on Telemundo.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah. So and I did pretty good. Look, when I say that now, if you watch the match, like I lost, you did pretty good. That guy, his last 5 opponents, he has steamrolled them and knocked out almost every one, and actually knocked out a very, very prevalent decorated MMA fighter who I've only seen get dropped to his knee for a second. And he hit him so hard he almost fell out of the ring when he knocked him out. Okay. Yeah. And I said before the match, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Okay. But I will walk through every one of his strikes and he will not put me down through head strikes. And he didn't. I walked through every one. My concern in the match was, right, all these how do I say this without sounding like a prick? Chael Sonnen said it best, right? MMA guys, combative sports athletes are some of the, biggest babies pretending to be tough guys, right? And their refusal to admit their feelings to me is very strange. I was apprehensive. I was like, I'm going to walk through this guy's strikes. He's not going to put me down with headshots. And I did. But I was like, he will adjust because he's an Olympian and he might go to my body. That's what happened. He compressed my liver. I took a knee, and that was it. But I did adhere to my words, and I did walk through every one of his head strikes, and I did not. It wasn't even. No offense to him and his mates, but the head strikes were nothing to me. I could have walked through that all night had he not hit me with that body shot.
So Ryan, when you're in the ring, do you put your hair in a ponytail or you let it fly?
Yeah, I pull it back. Pull it back. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're
we had this discussion with Leo because every time he was going like this, his hair would go to his face. He'd go like this with his hand, and that's when they would fuck him.
Doesn't that make for a very interesting showing, right? When you're watching this guy and he's beating all these guys, and you're like, man, how is he? It definitely comes up in topic of conversation when you're watching, and then you also wonder, how is he doing this, right? I guess he's just used to it and been acclimated to it. Yeah. I'm growing my hair out because I'm for Locks for Love, which is an organization, that makes wigs for children who have lost their hair in the chemotherapy process.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you so much. So that's what I'm doing that for.
How long do you need to be?
Huh?
How long does it need to be?
Yeah, I think it's got to be like 24 inches. So I've got another year and a half. So I'll be fighting with my hair like this for a little while. And if I have to risk losing and getting hurt for those kids, I will.
Yeah.
It's far more important to me. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
my hair wouldn't grow that long, so
it's far more important to me than any adoration or that I would receive from anyone. But look, I've been given enough, as we discussed with those accolades. First of all, I was given enough the day I was born to my mother, Margaret Mary Lee Favale. But so everything else has just been a gift outside of that. So again, if I have to get beat up because our vision is impaired, but if I have to get beat up for those kids for that organization, I will. But I don't think that's going to happen.
So what's your goal at BYB?
Please do not. This is a complete satire, but look pretty, make money, and cause problems.
Boom.
But if you were to acquire a new accolade at BYB, what would you want?
Okay, yeah, just TKO everyone, just run through everyone, just. I'm gonna stun these guys proper. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just TKO everyone. The boom mic operator, if he wants to get it, I mean, just everyone. I want to just TKO everyone. But in a fashion but systemically, I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to render anyone unconscious. But I'm gonna take their lungs. Yeah. And when they can no longer breathe in that 4th and 5th round, run them down.
Have you watched a lot of Bear Knuckle fights?
I have, yeah. I've been watching BYB specifically. In my opinion, it's the best league there in the world. I do watch BKFC, but in my opinion, the BYB is the best. So I watch that one more than the BKFC. I like the Trigon. I think is. People throw superlatives around a lot, specifically the word brilliant. In the culture I grew up, England, Australia, And in Scotland and Ireland, brilliant's a common word, right? But that trigon is brilliant. It was like, I consider myself a mathematician by definition, right? Anyone who studies mathematics and science is a mathematician and a scientist, technically by definition. So viewing myself as and I want to be a doctor in the past and have studied cells and tissue through microscopes, et cetera, looking at it as a mathematician, I think that would have made Newton blush. I think it's just a brilliant concept, that trigon, and whoever came up with it is brilliant in my opinion.
I think Dada 5000 came up with that.
Did he really? And he's the founder, correct?
Yeah.
So specifically the design, the colors, I love red, white, and blue. Australia and America, red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Okay, so right, I like the colors they use. That trigon. The name is brilliant, right? The marrying of words is brilliant to me.
Yeah.
I believe that the BYB is the best because of having him, that Data 5000, and being so involved in anime. Like, you don't have anybody doing that in the BKFC. And sorry to say this about the BKFC, but I have no memory of anybody but Paige Van Zandt and Chris Lieben from the BKFC. And I remember the BYB's announcer. Right? I don't remember any announcers from the BKFC, the Burger King Fighting Championship.
Well, there's some big names from combat sports and BKFC now. You've got Hector Lombard.
Yeah. No, that's
Thiago Alves Thiago Alves fighting on the next card. So
they're whatever they're doing with that's brilliant. I told Daryl that today. I was like, that's brilliant. Getting Chris Lieben and Paige and what's the Giant's name? Giant Silva. He was in the UFC. They called him the Giant, the Silva the Giant.
What was his
Antonio Silva? Antonio the Giant Silva, right? He fought Gabriel Gonzaga, right?
Superfoot.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was. Okay,
Superfoot.
Yeah, Antonio Silva fought Gabriel Gonzaga in that year, so they have a lot of large names coming in.
Yeah.
His daughter fights now in amateur.
I actually fought on a card with her. In South Florida.
Yeah. Which one? For which organization?
For Daniel's organization.
XFN?
XFN, yeah. We fought on I was on the card with her for her debut.
Well, when was this?
Oh, man, I kept my gloves from the match. It probably had the date on them, but I'd have to look into my
a few years ago?
Year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we were at her debut. That was at.
Oh, well, then I was at that fight. Yeah, I was in that match.
Yeah,
that was at the what was it? The War Memorial.
Yeah, they did have one at the War Memorial. They had a couple at that sports bar, that sports complex down there.
DX Sportsplex.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll cross paths with you gentlemen in the past because I was on that card. I fought really like a high-level wrestler. He's like one of the top wrestlers and fighters in the country now. I think he was then too. That's what they were saying. I actually had some of my mates telling me not to fight the guy because he was so decorated. But I was like, again, as I mentioned previously, there's so many people in the world that would just be over the moon to take that opportunity. I'm not turning it down, you know?
Yeah.
I've been fighting the top guys since I was from the first time I entered that octagon. I tried to fight an Olympian after my second fight, and I fought all the best, and I refused to pad my record, you know? So that's why I do that. And again, in honor of anyone in this world who is dreaming to be in the position I was to accept that match, you know?
Oh yeah, that's definitely an honor. It's a privilege. What's that guy doing now? The one you fought the Olympian?
I don't know. I think hopefully he's doing well. I haven't heard anything from him though.
Yeah. Well, if he fought, first of all, a lot of the fights that Telemundo puts on in America are here in Florida.
Yeah. We broadcasted from Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kissimmee or down in Miami.
Yeah, I was in the Orlando area.
Yeah, or they used to be at the Hard Rock a lot too, the Hard Rock Casino.
For Telemundo?
Yep.
I was not aware. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, I always know them because they put their main events on at like 11:30 at night. So they'll show the the prelims would be over at about 9 o'clock, and then they'd have a 2-hour intermission.
Yeah.
You know, so the main events can go on when I guess they broadcast it to all those countries that are hours behind us or something. But
of course, I'm going to guess that match I had with the Olympian was probably seen by 500,000, 1 million people, because that's a big that I was fighting on what's our version of ESPN Friday night fights.
oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So not only in my head do I have the most views in Rise history, except for maybe any videos that have maybe gone viral. I don't know if any from Rise, but I'm at 1 million or more views on social media or
Nice.
on television as well. Yeah.
And do you plan on going back to MMA anytime? Or
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
yeah, what are your goals in MMA?
Matt, we have the other long hair gentleman, Leo Pla, in the back stage.
Okay, Ryan. Yeah, I just asked Ryan the question though. What are your your goal in MMA though?
I will not stop until I'm the most discussed mixed martial arts fighter on this planet, and that's about it. I have no like delusions of grandeur as far as records or titles or accomplishment or sponsors or monetary figure, but I will be the most discussed fighter in UFC history.
Well, you got to cause some antics. You got to stir some trash up like Conor McGregor does, and you know.
I mean, I'm gonna. Of course, you have to.
The little
I'm not
Irish
gonna
guy.
manufacture conflict, and it's gonna happen. It has to happen organically, but I'm pretty sure it will because I have many catalysts behind me that will lead me to believe that will happen at one point. And I refuse to acknowledge anyone saying it won't. And I've been in those scenarios many times where I was the most discussed, most talked about, most commented in, most viewed many times. I see no different when I'm in the UFC in the future.
Right.
What's up, Leo?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going, Leo? Good to see you.
Y'all too. How y'all doing, man?
Oh, good. We're just getting excited for your fight on Saturday night. You ready?
I'm excited, man. I'm ready to go.
Nice. You're gonna put your hair in a ponytail this time?
Nah, man, I cut it a little bit. I just trimmed it a little bit, man. So it's not like down. It was down here earlier today.
Yeah.
I cut off like 4 inches.
All right.
What's up?
Already, may I say something?
I love you guys, man.
Yeah.
I love the show. I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. I love hearing
Thanks for
you guys
coming
talk.
on.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
What are the odds of the two pretty boys with the long hair just getting on towards the end at the same time?
Pretty good, I guess.
Well, Leo has won a fight at BYB,
I watched it.
so he's favored to win his next fight.
Hopefully.
Yes, and Leo, you have a nickname. Why don't you remind everyone of your nickname?
Which one? Depends on where I'm at.
I only know one.
Which one?
The Leo, the liver killer.
That's what Daryl gave me. I'm okay with that.
What's the other one?
Liver killer.
Family nickname, you know.
Okay. Yeah, liver killer.
Ryan, have you ever met Leo?
I've only I have not yet.
Not in person.
Unfortunately, in person. I've watched his matches on YouTube, and I've seen him many times.
Nice. He
actually beat a very difficult fighter that I've actually trained with that is extremely difficult to beat, named Donnie Bush.
Yo, you train with Donnie?
Yeah, man. That guy's a complete buzzsaw maniac. I mean, when you beat him, I was like, Jesus Christ, mate. He was unbelievable. Of all the people I've trained with, he's probably one of the most difficult.
Good.
Wow. So guys,
that was a proper win. was a proper win.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't he lives closer down here, down south, doesn't he, Donnie? He lives.
Yeah, Donnie. I think it's like Okeechobee, Fort Pierce.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okeechobee.
There's going to be a slap contest at this event. What if Dada 5000 gets up and says, I got $1,000. Anyone who competed today at BYB, come step up to the mat to do the slap challenge.
As long as it's after my fight, I get the knockout. I'll do it again.
You do it?
Hell yeah! Why not?
All right.
Get the slap in the
Would you do that, Ryan?
I get arrested for it?
Ah, Christ, mate. This is gonna sound kind of strange because I'm an octagon pro, a boxing pro, and a bare knuckle boxing pro. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I'm fit. I mean, I want to say I'm suited for it because of never being ever knocked out in MMA, boxing, or anything, any kind of combat sport. But man, it's. I don't know if I'm the type of guy that I don't know if my structure would prevent me from getting, collapsed. I don't know. I'm not gonna give you some delusional. Oh yeah, because I'm not gonna be disingenuous. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I want to say
stand there with your hands behind your fucking back and let a grown ass man slap you.
It's completely mental.
That's some real man shit right there.
That's a good way to describe it.
About him, like that's my turn.
Like, I mean, it's $1,000, so you never. I mean, that.
But money talks.
I'm broke.
Now, if we're speaking like, for me, I'm gonna be indecisive. If you said, hey, if you do this, you can potentially win this $1,000 to buy your daughter something for Christmas, then I'm knocking everybody out.
Man, I do it for some damn food. I do it for some Burger King. You know what I mean? Like, hey, get up there, Burger King. I'm in. Do it.
I agree with that.
Wow.
That's all it'll take.
We got Dada 5000 and Mike Velasquez, the president of BYB, coming on tomorrow night. So we're going to discuss it. I'm going to tell them that Leo's down for some food and $1,000. He'll do it.
All right. Hey, as long as you tell him that,
I'm going to tell him. Is Dada fighting?
Steve, are you wanting us on for that, or are we done after tonight?
You guys can come on.
Yeah, I guess we're like that to Daryl, to LaShawn, and let us know because I have some business to take care of this week. But if you guys want us on for that, then I'll show up. If not, I'm just gonna run my business.
Yeah. Tomorrow's show's at 8:00, Florida time. Come on.
All right. Thank you for the invite, mate.
Yeah. We'd love to have you on, and then after you guys kick some ass, we want to have you guys on for a victory party. Like the MMA of Champions run the full Monty.
I think Management of Champions has 10 fighters on this.
It's crazy.
Wow, we got half the card.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Daryl's gonna be a rich man.
Yeah, he is. Make more money than all of us. Listen, if we all win, he'll make more money than all of us.
And we all sweep the bonuses. He's gonna make God knows how much.
He's gonna make some good money.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on a different platform this time, a different streaming service, right?
Yeah,
it's on Stonefaces TV or Stoneface.com.
Yeah.
Right. And the last one was on Fight TV, right?
Yes, sir.
So, Leo.
Yes, sir.
Advice you give to Ryan for his first BYB event.
And don't forget to mention the long hair as well.
Man, listen, it's different.
Yeah.
That Trigon, that Tri-Gate ring, whatever you want to call it. All right, I assure you, it is 100% different.
It is.
You can't emulate it. You can't simulate it. You can't duplicate it. It is 100% different.
I saw that with your fight with Donnie because he's run everyone over he's ever fought. Everyone.
I mean, the thing is, though, I have fought in some really big guys, and I have fought on some really huge shows.
Yeah.
You know, I fought at the heavyweight division. I don't fought in cruiserweight in boxing, and so I'm not scared of getting hit.
Yeah.
And so me fighting at 70, me fighting Donnie, I'm not saying he couldn't knock me out, but I wasn't afraid of getting hit by a smaller man.
Yeah.
That's really what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that Trigon, man, that Tri-Ring is different, and it's way smaller than you think it is.
Oh, really? It looks big on TV.
Ha! No, it is small.
Gosh damn. Well, thank you for asking that question, Steve-O, and thank you, Leo, for answering it, because I assumed it was pretty large, yeah.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to be on my bike on this fight then.
Good luck with that. You're on a unicycle, man. There ain't nowhere to go.
Leo, what do you think? It's 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet?
It feels like it.
Maybe 12 feet?
I forget what they say it is, but I assure you, whatever they say it is not.
Small,
on the outside, with measuring tape, it probably is. But when you get 3 people in there, you, your opponent, and the referee, it gets really small really fast. That's the thing that people forget.
Yeah.
And then those corners come up really, really quickly.
Wow. I don't know where he went, but maybe he'll call back in. But yeah, man, we're excited for you. You're on weight. You're looking good.
Thank
you. Feeling good.
Oh yeah. Weight's coming. I still got a few more pounds to go, but it's a fight. It's a fight game. That's what we do. We always wait for the last minute to cut a little bit extra pounds. But weigh-ins, I'm gonna be dead on weight, which is, it's always the best thing, right? So
yeah,
that's just what we got to deal with. But it's in Miami, and I know it's supposed to rain, but it's still supposed to be like 90 degrees. So at worst, I'll just step outside and go cut a little bit of weight.
Yeah, it's been hot. It's been getting hot down here.
I'll just step outside and run around and cut maybe 2-3 pounds, and I'm done.
Nice.
Is there going to be an audience at this event?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Oh, is there really?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
I got one of my fans down there already hit me up. I like Donovan Hunt. He's coming out to watch me do my thing. I got a couple other fans coming down to watch this show. So hopefully we got a good turnout.
Yeah, I saw your New Jersey, man. I like them.
Oh, thank you. Do you guys want one? Send me your email. I'll send you guys one on me.
My man.
I'll send the fighting news on me, Leo Claw Apparel, just because I love you guys.
Nice. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, it's either going to be, it might be outside. I don't know.
Outside?
Really?
Well, it's either outside or it's going to be, and they have like this big, it's like a hangar, like an airplane hangar.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That would be fun.
So,
never fought one of those before.
yeah, it's probably going to be inside there.
Yeah,
if it's in it, that would be great. If it was in that hangar, that would be. I'd love to be in that hangar fighting in that.
Yeah, that's probably the most likely scenario.
That's great. How many? What's the 500 occupancy?
I'm not sure. It's probably more than that. That place is pretty big.
Oh,
and the ring is so small, so that's not taking up a lot of room.
And BYB, man, we draw good numbers. We draw a good crowd. It's got a huge following, and the fact that it is in Miami is the best thing for BYB because you got grassroots and all the real fans of Dada and of BYB. So it's be a really good show.
Latin fans are really pretty loyal too.
Fighting bare knuckle or doing slap contest, or what is he doing?
I have no idea. I would like to see him do that slap, honest to God.
Leo, are you the champion in this league or?
Not yet. But I knocked out Billy Martin, who supposedly was a bare knuckle champion.
Oh, really?
That was fight, and I beat him.
Yeah, nice. So you will be going for the title then eventually.
Yep, that's the plan. That's the goal. Mike Baskins, title fight.
We're going to talk to him tomorrow about that. We want to see belts. I mean, they've only done 5 events, but let's get some belts out there
Absolutely.
and let's crown some winners. And Leo, last words, my friend.
Come out May 15th. See what we do. We'll show the world. We'll put on a show. We're the best show in the world. Watch what we do.
Let's go.
Well said, Leo.
Well said, Leo. Leo, good luck to you.
Okay.
Thank you guys very much.
Okay, my friend.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Leo.
everyone.
Thank you, Ryan.
I'm gonna get going. Anything for me, or are we good?
No, we're good. We will see you on Saturday and or possibly Friday at the weigh-ins. And we wish you the best of luck. And we'll see you after the fights.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to send you some information about tomorrow.
Okay. Have a good day, mate.
All right, you got it. Thanks for coming
Okay.
on, Ryan.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good luck to
Thanks
you.
for having me. Be safe.
Thank you. And then there was two, me and Matt. Matt, good show tonight. We got this BYB event coming up on the 15th.
Yes, we do.
And
See, now there's no echo anymore.
yeah, there was too many people on it tonight.
Yeah, but that's with 3 people, well, 4 people.
I was trying to mute. I was trying to mute everybody, and then they wanted to say something. That was pretty hard. But we got a good show tomorrow night. Tune in tomorrow night. We got Dada 5000 and BYB president Mike Vasquez talking about BYB, talking about their event, talking about this slap contest that they're having, slap contest championship. And I'm going to give them that advice. Why not offer maybe people in the audience, money to come up, sign a waiver, sign their life away. I mean, literally, if the guy hits you by the ear, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's not something I think they're going to take people from the audience for.
They could stage something like.
They could.
Yeah.
They could. They
Yeah.
could plant some people in the audience.
Yeah, plant some people in the audience, call them out. That'd be pretty interesting. But so this week, Matt, we got
Shannon will do it if he's there.
Who?
Shannon Briggs.
Shannon, let's go, champ.
He would do that.
He would do that. We have a bunch of events this weekend.
There's a lot. There is.
There's a lot. We have
Rise.
Saturday night we have Rise. Friday night we have the weigh-ins of Rise.
So we got a conflict there. We got BYB and we got Rise.
We got a conflict of interest there.
We're going to have to rely on our extensive network of people.
Yes.
To cover.
Well, you're usually good at that, Matt.
That's because I'm Mr. Personality.
I got to sneeze. Just held it in. So that's a wrap. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for tuning in. As always, follow us on YouTube at The Fighting News, Facebook, The Fighting News, Instagram, _fighting_news. And when we get that check mark on The Fighting News on Instagram, it's going to be The Fighting News.
They can keep that check mark.
Website, thefightingnews.com. Reddit, The Fighting News. TikTok is coming soon at, you got it, The Fighting News.
That's all you, TikTok.
And thanks for tuning in, people.
Good night.
As Deuce Gardner always does. I love that guy. The double deuce.
I'm just going to say good night. Good night, folks.